Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Mythology with your host Nitin Nair. We have slightly dipped our toes into the Middle Eastern mythology and the whole world of various cultures that were there in prehistoric times that actually provided us a lot of the bases or foundations of this whole civilization and the concept of interdependent living that we have seen in a while. The Mesopotamians, the Sumerians, the Akkadians, etc. have been fundamental in defining what social structures are and how we as a species can actually live together by being dependent on each other for our upkeep and our survival. One of the other important civilizations apart from the Mesopotamian ones is that of the Iranian civilization, or what we used to call the Persian civilization. We have looked at different characters from Persian mythology or Iranian mythology, and today we will be looking at Ahura Mazda. Ahura Mazda is the supreme lord in ancient pre-Islamic Iranian or Persian mythology. The word Ahura, which literally means wise lord, refers to Ormuzd, the supreme god of Zoroastrianism and the religious system of the Iranian prophet Zarathustra. In ancient Iran, Ahura was regarded as the king's protector and the greatest god of all, and worshipped by Darius I, who reigned from 522 to 486 BCE. According to Zarathustra, Ahura created the universe and its cosmic order. He created the two spirits known as Spentamenu and Angramenu, which were both good and evil respectively. The struggle between good and evil is reflected in the choices that humanity makes. And in Zoroastrianism, Ahura Mazda is all-wise, bounteous, undeceiving and the creator of everything good, while Angramenu is the opposite. Both these spirits are regarded as beings that are mutually limiting with the world between them as their battleground. In many of the available images of the god, the bearded Ahura Mazda emerges from a winged ring or a disc accompanied by a bird's tail and a pair of paws. Although there are various interpretations of these images, most scholars believe that the disc represents Ahura Mazda himself. Other images that depict Ormuzd show a male figure wearing a crown. As anachronic as these images are, rejection of other anthropomorphic deities such as Ahura Mazda became common in Zoroastrianism as the days went by. Ahura Mazda is said to have existed before everything, and everything that created came from him, including the universe and all living forms on it. However, he did not have a family as such. Ahura Mazda is also known as Ahura Mazda, Harzu, Hormans, Hormazd, Hormuz, Ormazd, Lord or Spirit. The Avestan form of the Mazda, which is considered the proper name for the god, is derived from the word Mazda, which is feminine in nature. Some linguists believe that it may also come from the Sanskrit word Medhas, meaning intelligence or wisdom. During the Achaemenid era, the name was also known as Ahura Mazda, while during the Parthian and the Sasanian eras, the forms of Hormazd and Ormazd were used. Like all supreme deities, Ahura Mazda has a long list of characteristics and titles. Apart from being the supreme being in Garothman, which is the uncreated spirit, he is also known to be the only one who can move all while not being moved by anyone. He has no equal on earth or in heavens, and is also a good and righteous man who upholds the proper behavior and conduct. Most importantly, beyond, apart and without him, there is nothing in existence. Ahura Mazda has evolved over the years under various dynasties, and the meaning and religious iconography has also gone monumental changes. The religious group known as the Zoroastrians moved from Muslim Shia-dominated Iran to India many years ago when they were threatened with complete decimation of their religious structures and the extinguishing of their sacred fire. They have now assimilated into the Indian society and continue to keep their traditions and rituals alive. This is another example of how modern religion has managed to conquer, defeat, and completely annihilate existing religions and belief systems once they begin their takeover. Now, this has been a common occurrence across the past, and many civilizations have faced the wrath of conquering rulers who want to impose their particular religion or belief system onto the people they have just conquered. This, unfortunately, is a basic human characteristic which we hope will reduce as the days go along and we become more enlightened towards being more accepting of various religions and belief systems. So until then, we will be bringing you a lot more from this region, especially the various gods and creatures that are quite distinct from other areas and do not exist anymore because of the influence of the Shia branch of Islam that is prevalent in the area. So until then, this is your host, Nitin Nair, signing out by reminding you once again that Mythlok is the home of mythology.